Okay guys, in the previous two videos you guys saw how to remove your strut and replace your lower control arms. This video is going to show you guys how to install the new strut. Keep in mind, previous videos covered what it costs by shop, and I think the strut replacement was $1,300, parts included and labor, and the lower control arm was $1,100 with an alignment. If you guys look up the parts on Amazon or Rock Auto, you'll get it way cheaper. And in my opinion, alignment's not needed unless you mess with your inner and outer tie rod. That's the only time, in my opinion, that alignment's really needed. It doesn't hurt to do it, but you're just giving them more money in their pocket. Also, when you guys put in the sway bar end links, I use the hydraulic bottle jack to lift up the lower control arm and the knuckle. So keep that in mind. You'll have to use probably a jack or something to help you bring it back up, because the strut is compressed. It puts down a lot of force downward, so you got to compress it, I should say. You'll have to compress the strut. If you have the correct spring tool to compress the spring, that's going to be way easier, but I did it. And as you will see in the video on how I had to do it without having the correct tools and everything. But trying to think if there's any other quick tips that you guys may need for the video that I may have forgot. And that's really it. Just using the bottle jack was huge for me to get the sway bar end links to line up. Other than that, like, subscribe, share, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Get the tools, do it yourself, save money in your own pocket, and get it done. Thanks guys. Enjoy the video. Alright, today is August 2nd. Time to finish up the strut. If you guys remember, the last clip ended with me wanting to change the lower control arm first, which is done, which will be the video after this. So if you guys are interested on doing that, I recommend doing it all at the same time. Also recommend placing your brake lines when you do this, because it does put a lot of stress on it. They're bound to crack. But I can't really remember where I left off in the strut video, so I just finished the lower control arm video before I pulled this out of the box. Coming from the lower control arm box, new parts, there is a new axle bolt that I need to replace still. This is not on there tight, as I wanted it loose to kind of help me maneuver the strut into place. So now what I want to start with is installing the strut up top, putting on those bolts, not tight, but putting them nice and firm to hold the strut up in place. And then I'm gonna go back into fighting the hub assembly to mount up to the strut where the bolts go through. I'm already not looking forward to this, because I know it's going to be a lot of fighting. But I'm going to go ahead and change the GoPro battery real quick and start this and get this done. Alright, hopefully I don't get in the way, and hopefully you guys can see. But I'm going to go ahead and try getting the strut up now. Alright, this is the hard part, trying to get these two bolts through. What I'm going to do is I'm going to step on the hub assembly and push it as far down as I go and try to reach and put in these bolts. This is the hard part. Okay. Thank goodness that went in pretty much as easy as it could be. My legs feel like jello trying to push that down. But it's in. Thank goodness. I was so concerned about this because this was the next hardest part, was to line that up. Now I can go ahead and put the nut on there and tighten up these top bolts. But wow, that was it was easy, but yeah, I think that's what Riley's calling for the brake line, so let me check that. There it is, guys. These bolts are nice and tight. And if you guys watched the lower control arm video that is going to be uploaded after this, the bottom ball joint was spinning. I was having issues tightening it, the new ball joint. So if you guys are watching it, watching this video first, you guys will know that I was able to get that tightened. All that's left, you know what, let me remove the camera. Alright guys, so remember how I said if you compressed it and tightened everything, that bottom nut might tighten? Well, I did. I used the hydraulic jack. Let's see if I can put some more light under here. I used the hydraulic jack under the control arm to kind of stiffen everything and hold everything nice and tight, and then I was able to crank at this with the 18mm open end wrench, and I was able to finally tighten it without it spinning. It's nice and snug now. The only thing left is this axle bolt, which if you also remember, I said I was going to replace it after the new strut is on, because it gives me a little bit more play with that bolt loose or completely off. So I'm going to go find where my grease is, and I'll turn back on the camera. Here it is, a little bit of grease. Just throw some right around there. And let's go ahead and get this guy tightened in. This is the new bolt. Should be a 14mm. That is not it, that's a 13. I got all kinds of tools all around me. This one should be it. There it is, right there. It's on there tight, but not as tight as I want it to be. Alright, let me set up the camera. I'm gonna put my little flathead through here to keep it from spinning. So let's go ahead and set that up. Alright, got the breaker bar out. Just to really put some pressure on this. Alright. That should be good now. Alright, I almost did forget the new sway bar end link. Remember, the bigger bolt or stud, whatever you want to call it, goes through on the top, and the tinier one on the bottom. It's also weird, these do have the, I can't remember, I think it's the hex bit head so you can hold it without spinning. It's kind of weird that these are good like that, and the lower control arms did not have that. So let's go ahead and put these guys in. And I still have it compressed with the hydraulic bottle jack under there. And can't remember what size that one was. Let's see. Might be a 19. Nope, 18 fits better. Alright, so it's spinning already. So, let me get everything right. Let me get everything out for this. It's a hex bit size 6mm. No, 5. Take that back, 5. And I'm going to hold it like this. Now it's time for the bottom one. It's 15mm. Remember, you want this as if you're trying to tighten it. And then you want this guy, same size, which is a 5mm, to be reverse. Alright guys, here it is. That's how you install your strut. It's very easy if you're not replacing the lower control arm. Loosen up this nut. But super, man, I'm not gonna say super easy, but it is a challenge. The only bad thing about these struts, they don't come with that part that holds this here, the ABS wire. I'm sure it's going to be fine just sitting around here, but if you guys have a solution for that, let me know. But yeah, that's it guys. So this job is done. And it's not too bad. I don't know, I keep saying it's not too bad, but the driver's side was absolutely a nightmare, which is going to be exactly the same as this side. So, but there it is. Strut. That's how you replace the strut on your XC70 Volvo. Lower control arm video will be after this, and then after the lower control arm video will be inner and outer tie rods. So enjoy that. Inner and outer tie rods will be the video after the lower control arms. But I hope you guys enjoy this so far. If you guys are Volvo owners, let me know what you guys think. Let me know where I could have improved or done something better. Post in the comments below. But like, subscribe, share the video. More videos to come on this guy. And for my regular subscribers, my builds are coming along also. There'll be videos of those soon. But just hang tight. I like recording these videos. But thanks guys.